Guys, it's been a while since I've done a stream, but I found a good Wi-Fi connection here, so it should be good. Show you guys a little bit of kind of where I'm at. This is right outside of Manila, right next to an elementary school here. They got like kids playing around. I don't know, it's a cool part of town. I actually had to drive quite a bit to get to where I'm at, but there's a fiber connection here, so the Wi-Fi should be pretty strong. That's kind of been a big struggle lately, is trying to find good Wi-Fi connection. So I'm working on that because I'd like to get back into doing daily streams if I can. But wanted to kind of cover really like all of the passive income platforms that I've been covering, you know, maybe I guess you could say probably for the last year. There's been a lot of updates that have been rolled out with Arbitraging, which has been lately has been, you know, my number or has been the #1 earnings platform in the crypto space. Though there's been a lot of I guess you could say pessimism behind what's been rolling out with that platform. It's been a little bit frustrating for me as well. So I don't know how much I really want to dive too much into that, because it's kind of there's a lot of negativity behind some of that. But you know, I'm hoping that Arbitraging turns around. You know, I've got quite a bit in Arbitraging. I've been involved with the platform for a long time. They are doing a lot of really cool things with their card, the Trade Pro that they've rolled out, a few other things though. You know, I just there's been a lot of negativity behind some of the updates that they've been doing, some of the fees, some of the haircuts. You know, I was at like a 50% haircut. Now I'm at like an 80% haircut with that platform. I think I'm actually earning more in NovaChain now with an investment that's about 30 times smaller. So it's you know, it's been a little bit frustrating, but hopefully that's going to turn around. NovaChain is going to be coming out with their T-Rex bot pretty soon. So I did a stream with Jason, the CEO, not too long ago, kind of covering that a little bit. I mean, the big thing with that is it's going to require deposit in Nova. So it's kind of you can see kind of the same thing with Arbitraging and Nova, trying to create some utility and incentive to actually buy the token, to create some buying pressure, because a lot of people that are getting in and that are either in ABOT or in Rex, there's a lot of selling pressure because of that. And it's tanking the token price. And that's really what we've seen with Dropple, which I thought was kind of interesting. Let me bring this up a little bit. Dropple's been one that I really thought had a lot of potential. I thought that they were kind of doing things the right way in terms of some of the transparency behind their project. However, lately it's really tanked. So the token price is really low. It's still working, still functional, but you can see volume is just completely dropped off this year. So that's Dropple is one that may take time to come back. I think we're seeing a lot of these passive income platforms are just, you know, they're getting hit pretty hard on the token price. The volume starts dropping and everything just kind of dwindles out. So I'm hoping that there's going to be some more, you know, some more developments with some of these platforms. But right now, if you're looking at like the passive income platform, I think what we're seeing is everyone's moving into the Tron dApps. In the last month, those have really exploded. I've been wanting to get into the Tron dApps. I've been struggling for the last 2 or 3 months. I've been fighting with Binance to try to get my account unlocked. Ever since I came to the Philippines, they've locked me out of my account, and it's been a nightmare to get it back. I just got my account back, so I've got a bunch of Tron in there, and I think I'm gonna start playing around with the Tron dApps. So I'll start doing some updates and some videos on that. I think that there's you know, like one of the big ones I think that a lot of people are getting into is the bankroll with a 3.33% daily and whale protection. I'm just I don't know, like I'm a little bit hesitant with some of that. Like we saw the same thing with some of the Russian dApps in the Ethereum space. There was like the 333 ETH that came out that really came out and exploded, but then collapsed. I guess that's my fear with a project like Bankroll. I'm looking at some of the other ones that might have some more long-term potential. I mean, that's, I think for me, like, I'm more interested in the platforms that are going to be that are going to last. They're going to be around a while. So I think that there's you know, I think with some of the Tron dApps, I'm looking for something that's gonna that offers a little bit more long-term potential. Just looking at Tron at the charts, this is you know, it's still cheap, and I think there's a lot of potential with the price. It's still at about, you know, 2 cents. You know, the 11th overall in terms of market cap. There's the blockchain is solves a lot of the issues that Ethereum was having, and I think that there's you know, there's some potential there. If we look at let's look at dApp Radar. I think like last year in the summer, I really got into a lot of the ETH the ETH dApps, though those really haven't. I haven't looked at this in a long time. This is just a peek at like the ETH dApps. Like, I don't know anything about this. Crypto Horses, Play to Win, IDEX, and Fork Delta traditionally were the two that had the most daily active users, and that's kind of how they're ranking these. Kyber Network, another exchange. So some of the games and gambling still doing well, but not very much in terms of the you know, the daily active users. And if we switch this over to Tron, it's much higher. There's a lot more of these dApps that are over 1,000 daily active users. You can see Bankroll on here. I've heard quite a bit about TronBet. Some of these other Tron dApps. I've heard quite a bit about 888, Do. So there's I think right now there's a lot of opportunity in the Tron dApps compared to some of the traditional passive income platforms that kind of dominated 2018. I think that they've haven't been doing well, you know, lately. So it's been frustrating for me because I've got a lot invested in those, and I was kind of banking on some of those to kind of bail me out of some of my my banking situations in the U.S. I was in debt in a few different of my bank accounts, and you know, in the last week or something, I just had to let them all go. So I guess I'll come back in 7 years, and when those are cleared off my record, and maybe see about getting some credit. But my credit's going to be trashed now, so at least, you know, I guess I won't have to pay those back. But I won't have any debit cards or credit cards. So like the card that Arbitraging is coming out with, like, might have some utility for me, since basically I lost all my cards now. The biggest thing for me, like that it impacts, is buying a plane ticket. So I'm here in the Philippines, and I might be here a while because I may have some issues you know, traveling the same way I used to. I really was looking forward to traveling around and exploring a few different areas and networking with some people. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that as much anymore. So right now I'm kind of just hunkering down here in the Philippines, just looking for a little bit better Wi-Fi connection so I can connect with some of you guys. Let me check on the chat a little bit. Oh. Ponzi schemes don't last, even if they're transparent. I mean, some of the issues that I have with some of these has been kind of like, you've seen with a lot of crypto projects, like they have like an initial ramp up, and if you get in early, you know, they can be profitable. You know, and if you're you know, if you're marketing them, you know, there's some of them have an affiliate structure, though. I mean, I'm a little bit against that. Like, I'm wanting to, you know, like I said, get into stuff that's gonna have a little bit of more of a long-term trajectory. and you know, most of the passive income, the daily passive income that I've been using for the last 2 years to live on, it's all been my own investments. It's been a very, very small percentage has been from affiliates. So there's not as much incentive sometimes for some of that, and that's I think why, like, I just kind of enjoying taking a little bit of a break from YouTube, because you know, I wasn't making a whole lot of money by promoting some of these platforms. So but I don't know. I mean, one of the things that is, I guess, a little bit frustrating with ARB has been this push to get into the vault. So this is some of the price charts. I left the link in the description if you guys want to check this out. But you know, there's this very, very big upward trajectory with ARB, because it seems like there's going to be a lot of push to get into the vault to add perhaps some stability to the price. But this is like 400,000 ARB just go missing, you know, in this block. You know, this was right around David's live stream. It's just, if we're looking at like the daily chart, this is just not a very normal looking chart to me. And I you know, I asked for a little bit of transparency behind, you know, some of that. Like the ETH contract that they've got is you know, you can look at it on the Etherscan. You can verify the funds. Everything's a little bit more transparent with that contract. You don't have the same thing with the ARB vault. So really all you have is a transaction history in your you know, in your account history. But it's I don't know, it's frustrating, because like you think you're playing some of these right. Like I was holding tokens from May until December, not profiting, and then got locked out of the exchange. Went with the block exchange rollout. There was the you know, 2 weeks it was down. There's it seems like they're changing things weekly. You know, they're trying to add some stability to the platform, and they have some newer developments that are rolling out. But it's I've got a lot invested in arbitraging, so I'm hoping it turns around. But I don't know. There's been a lot of weird stuff that's been going on. A lot of things swirling around on Telegram. You know, things that I've been kind of looking at, and so I you know, I hope it improves. But that's about all I can do right now. I think like my strategy is with the announcement that came out. They're basically, you know, the only way, like if you have a big A-bot, the only way that you're going to get that unlocked so that you're getting your full return on your investment in that on your investment is to put 50,000 ARB in the vault. So I've been taking like my daily and just, you know, dumping it into vault every day until I get to that threshold. I mean, I'm not going to be able to pull any money out of it. So I'm kind of looking at some of the other platforms as ways to at least have some money to live on here in the Philippines, because I'm like 100% in crypto now that all my banks are gone. So Novachain's been a really good one. I feel if you want to pull out like $50 a day or so, like it just doesn't quite have the liquidity yet to support larger investors and people getting into you know, putting more money into the system. Like I feel like it just doesn't have quite the same amount of volume as a platform like Arbitraging. And of course, like all the other ones are much lower. When you're looking at Crystal Token, Dropple, a few of these other ones. There's another one I did want to talk about, which was Torque AI. This is one it's kind of in basically kind of like an ICO phase, or I guess it's not really ICO, but they've been doing like Telegram-based bots for like the last year and a half. It's some Indian guys that I've been talking with there. I left the link to the Telegram channel below, but they're going to be doing some more. Marketing updates here. So this is their Telegram, and they kind of have some of their trade signals. So they're showing a little bit of kind of what they're doing. You know, with their bots. It's kind of news based. I don't know if the return rates are going to be the same as some of these other earnings platforms, but I feel like it's going to be a lot more sustainable, and so that's why I think that I'm interested in kind of helping them. They're looking for YouTubers to help with their marketing, so they're going to be paying somewhere between like $15 to like $50 per video, depending on a few different factors, but they're wanting to work with and build some relationships with some YouTubers. So if you're wanting to perhaps make a little bit of money by marketing a platform, that's one way. Arb has their YouTube marketing, which are paying $10 a video. However, they're paying an Arb, and like the ability to realize that on the exchange has not been good. So NovaChain is doing some different things with, or has some different opportunities for YouTubers as far as like getting in and helping them with their promotions. So you know, I was kind of looking at perhaps getting in and doing my own platform, or you know, working a little bit more hands-on on something that's a little bit more where I'm a little bit more in control. I think that's just going to take a little bit of time for me. I'm not really ready to do my own project really at this point, and I need to build up a better team of people that are going to be wanting to get involved in something like that. But didn't want to stay on too long. I'll probably stay on for a few more minutes, maybe answer a few more questions. But there was a few other things I thought, like I left these 2 articles in the description below. So this is like top ways to earn money from cryptocurrencies. And typically if you look into a lot of these, it's, you know, very simplistic. So buying and hodling. There's a few that we know of, like the Neo Qcoin, just by holding the tokens, by earning a little bit, so you can earn a little bit with gas, and a few of these other platforms. Though those rates are much lower, and of course, if the token price tanks, you're kind of at a break even at that point if you made money in that sense. There's staking. I think staking offers some interesting incentives to get into it. I'm been interested in kind of doing like a Pivx stake or some of these other privacy coin staking options. Haven't gotten into it. Kind of work a little bit like masternodes. Microtask, I didn't really dive into this too much. Day trading, you know, there's if you want to make money as a merchant, crypto arbitrage, if you're doing manual arbitraging, blogging, the crypto faucets, lending. I thought this was kind of interesting, because that's in some of these the earning style platforms, they're kind of just a different way of earning via holding. Oh, thanks for that, Mike. Appreciate that. This is another article. So again, some of the same things: airdrops, hodling, crypto faucets, staking, masternodes, mining. I think mining's pretty much dead at this point. I've had a few different people here in the Philippines been asking about that. Gambling, day trading. So you know, a lot of them have the same type of advice when you're looking at some of these articles, but you know, the earnings platforms have been the ones that have been dominating the space. There's been people who have been making a lot of money by doing that in 2018. It's just recently, it's just kind of fallen off, and the sustainability is kind of a big question with with platforms like Arbitraging, like NovaChain, like Evo AI. Those three seem to be kind of like the main ones right now. That at least those are the three that I'm kind of that I'm making money on in those three. But Evo AI is like still kind of in beta form. Let's see here. Let's see if I can pull this up. Evo AI is they're testing out this new. It's much different. Like it's a third beta testing round. Log in here. So they're this is their beta testing round. So they're doing Ether and the Evo token. They kind of have like these two different sides. So I have an Ether bot and an Evo bot. They haven't been selling as many. They're still kind of in the 55-cent range with their token price. So there seems to have kind of been like an initial surge in people that were interested in this project, but it hasn't translated lately into people have been buying the token. So I mean, part of that's a little bit of marketing, kind of getting the word out and seeing more people are going to want to be getting into these style of platforms. But yeah, see, this is like they're still kind of in this ICO round. So I don't know how this is going to work, because they still have like all of these different rounds. This is the third round of beta testing. I have to maybe talk to them and maybe do an update at some point. But all of these round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, they got 4 more rounds, and they haven't sold as many in this round. So I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, if they're going to, you know, just do away with their ICO phase and just kind of jump right into the platform and make it open for everyone, or if they're just going to continue on, because it's still been I feel like there's still some things that are kind of working out. I don't know how well it's going to work with a bunch of people jumping into the platform at the same time, but still continuing to follow that platform. NovaChain and Arbitraging, those three seem to be kind of the ones that I have been having most success with. But I think I'm going to start getting a little bit more into the Tron dApps. There's another platform that I've been researching pretty heavily, and I'm going to be doing some videos on that here pretty soon as well. Along with Torque AI, I've been kind of interested in getting more involved with promoting that project. Seems like an interesting one. So but that's about it for me. Haven't gotten as much into BitMEX. That's one I think that, like, I got into BitMEX, but I lost. I got liquidated on November 20th, so I lost everything there. I got into the scavenger bot, and then I got completely liquidated on that. So it seemed like everything I put into BitMEX I lost. So it hasn't given me a whole lot of optimism to get back into it, but I think perhaps maybe at some point I will. Maybe I just need to have a better strategy moving forward. But that's about it for me. I'm gonna try to get on, like I said, more often here, maybe at a better time if I can. I'm gonna be searching for a few other areas, maybe close to the cell phone towers, where I can get a good Wi-Fi signal. Other than that, like, this is a pretty nice little spot right here, like kind of a little rooftop restaurant. There's they've got a fiber connection, so the Wi-Fi is super strong. So I may just come back here maybe a few times a week. That's Manila, kind of right outside of Manila. So I'm liking it out here. Cost of living super low, so it helps when you're wrecked in all these earning platforms. That you know, I can live on between 10 and 20 bucks a day. So, and I'm supporting my girlfriend as well. So so it's I don't need much to live on, but I was doing really well in these earnings platforms, but they haven't been doing well lately. So I'm gonna be doing some more updates on these and finding some other ways to kind of get better in get better with my crypto ventures. So I appreciate y'all staying online. I'll catch you guys on the next one.